The Meltwater Champions Chess Tour. The Meltwater Champions Chess Tour 2022 starts February 19th and runs until November 22nd. On the chess24.com website, it says, "The tour entertains millions of global fans, showcases the world's greatest players at the most prestigious online tournaments, and inspires the next generation of fans and players. Stars of the game from all over the world battle across time zones for a series of titles over a full season of online events. The tournament also sees the official crowning of the year-end tour champion, the ultimate achievement in online chess. At $1.6 million, the tour boasts the richest prize fund ever for a series of online chess events. Players from around the world compete to win 9 titles and the crown of overall tour champion. Nowhere else has this level of competition. To follow the games and the favourite players, check out the links in this video's description." Meltwater itself says about the tour, "We are excited to see the next generation of chess players participating in the tour. Similar to Meltwater's approach to developing talent, the tour gives new players a platform to participate and thrive on ensuring continued progress and innovation." So who are the sponsors of Meltwater? What is their flagship product, and can it actually help improve your chess? Meltwater is a big data company that provides us, its customers, with a collated view of the world's internet and print media. Their product, the Meltwater Platform, is in effect a search engine, one that you can build complex Boolean queries for and connect to data engineering tools like Microsoft's Power BI, Azure, and Excel. I use the platform as part of my work gaining insights into a company's media profile and presence. I thought, given Meltwater is sponsoring some of my favourite chess players to play a pro tour, let's see if it can be used to find useful chess content. Using a search engine is rather like going on a journey of exploration. You have a goal in mind, but only a vague idea about how to get there. Well, using a search engine not only provides you with the transport, but also gives you clues on the way. We all know the main search engines, but I've been thinking about how this is probably restricting me. It is giving me a blinkered view of the world. Certainly I can see evidence of this when I compare the results across the engines. I get quite different results. A lot of it is rubbish and literally waste of my time reading. The Meltwater Search Engine allows you to search social media like Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, blogs and more, as well as web pages and print media like the New York Times. You can save the searches, giving them a name. Meltwater, in their intro video, showing now, tells us their platform enables PR and marketing teams to collaborate side by side. But the Meltwater Search Engine platform is bigger than that. It can and should be used by everyone. Almost everyone who has a phone or a computer uses the internet, including businesses and individuals. Almost everyone has a social media account using at least one app for this. Individuals can use the Meltwater Search Engine to monitor their social media account, see how their posts are being shared, what the reach of their posts are, and how popular their content is. A lot of these statistics are automatically provided to the user in the analytics section of the platform. Let's have a look at some of this functionality on the Meltwater platform itself. So here we are on the Meltwater platform, the search engine. So we're on the home screen. You can see on the left we have various functionality: explore, monitor, which is their version of dashboarding. We have an inbox for the receipt of alerts and newsletters and reports. We can analyze the data, share it, create a report, and do some advanced technical functionality. Now let's have a look at the explore screen. Now this is where we actually create the searches. So I've already created a search, so I'm going to use that. So to build a search, we click on the keyword search at the top, click on advanced search, and then we wait for the screen to load. And then you can use Boolean logic to build your own query. So this is one I built before, and so just briefly explaining this, where the keywords are Carlsen chess, and we are querying for the English language as well. We don't want to include results for the Queen's Gambit or the actress Anna Taylor-Joy. So let's have a look. We can modify this, I think. And then we click, let's say for the last 30 days. And then we update results. And then we should see the results. So if we minimize this home menu, that out of the way. So what we have here is 9,000 results, which is plenty for someone to get through. So we have the results on the left listed, but we have some analytics, some brief analytics shown on the right here. So that's the total number of results, and that's the average per day. So if we go down, we can see a trend line of mentions. That's of those keywords that we searched for. Now within each result, there is specifically keywords used, and this is an aggregation of those. So we can see in a lot of the articles returned, they contain the word Grandmasters. We can see there's 1,886 occurrences of that. And then if we go down, we can see a top locations chart. What this means is the location of the published article. So a lot of the articles were published in the United States, and very interestingly, Nigeria has published many of the articles too. So there's obviously a lot of keen interest in Nigeria. But interestingly, I haven't heard of many Nigerian top players, so maybe they're on their way. So if you scroll down, this is also very interesting. We can see sentiment. And now this is a total of all the results. So 9,000 results, and we can see that over a third are positive, are talking about chess in a positive way. There's only 11% negative, which is interesting. I wonder why that is. Because most chess fans are by definition fans, so it'll be interesting to see what those are. And then that's it for analytics, or the summary of the analytics on the results page. But we can have a look at slightly more in-depth analytics by going to this analytics tab. And again, we get our total mentions, we get our mentions per day. Let's let that load the 9,000 results. And we can see unique Twitter authors. So we're also getting social media results. Mentions by trend, by source type. So that's by Twitter, by commentary, blogs, news. And we can see spikes across the different types. So that would imply that some sort of event happened. I think around middle of January we had the World Championship. Maybe it might be wrong. That could be an explanation for that. But you can see here, Twitter, we've got blogs, we've got Reddit, forums, and news are being displayed in this chart. And further down we've got the keywords again. Grandmasters is very high. We've also got World Chess, so the World Chess Championships was being mentioned there. And we've got entities as well. So entities is names of people, organizations that are mentioned specifically in those 9,000 articles. So we can see by count, Magnus Carlsen, the world champion, is the number one here, the most frequently mentioned entity in those results. Russia is quite high. Richard Rapport, Tata Steel Masters as well. That's another very, very successful competition. We've got Sam Shankland. I believe he's a British grandmaster. And Daniil Dubov as well. Very, very famous chess players. And again, we've got positive sentiment here. We've got a sentiment by source, which is a breakdown of the sentiment by the different publications. We've got reviews, Pinterest, and comments and news. And you can see how the sentiment changes for different sources. And Twitter is very, very popular for chess. Blogs, probably even more so there, the ratio. And so we could see the overall sentiment versus negative there as well. So we've got emotional comparison as well, lots of joy, lots of love. Hashtags included. This is within the Twitter source. We've got Tata Steel's very high. Chess itself, interesting, Tata Steel is higher. Maybe that tournament was on at the time of this search result, which was most of January and the beginning of February. So Carlsen's number 3 there. Chess Space India. And we've got Magnus Carlsen as well listed. So let's have a look for any further. Top locations again, Nigeria again second. India very close third. We've got top Twitter authors are listed. So as you can see, this is a very useful aggregation of the results summarized in different ways for you without you having to do it yourself in a data engineering tool or Excel. And let's have a look quickly at any more analytics. We've got blogs at the top for a number of mentions, Reddit, subreddits, forums. So finally, if we just go back to home, up to the top here, we can see the results on the left. Now there's only about 10 or so being listed here, but you can click on the title and it will take you to that specific article, that web page. Some of them you won't have access to because they're behind paywalls, but you can get a bit of information from this preview anyway. But also I want to just mention you can download the entire 9,000 results by simply clicking this, and it comes down as the CSV. And what that does, it provides around 30 columns, maybe slightly less, of data of the 9,000 rows in a CSV file. You can open that in something like Excel if you wish. But you can see the individual records and the various scores for sentiment, emotional content, their source and their locations. So that is actually quite useful for doing analysis and perhaps analysing it together with other tables of data as well. So that's a very quick review of the Explore side of the Meltwater platform.